So even though I mentioned
Hello. Okay, I guess I am in the house. I'm in the house. Let's see. So it's gonna be a bit short because I'm realizing that I have deadlines and I have a big thing to do. It's okay. Even a short stream can be an effective one. Effective. I don't know. A fruity one. No, not a fruity one. Mm,
All records are made to be broken.
even a short one can be what's the word? Luxurious one to it.
These are the current top team rankings.
Can be good. That's it. No, that's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not the word I'm looking
Capcom.
for. Eventful.
This is the
That's
tournament
the
for
word
the new millennium.
eventful. Even a short stream can be eventful.
You'll experience the most exciting battle in history. Let's get ready to battle. Feel the intensity when power and technique collide.
Not totally lost my name.
Crush the competition. A battle beyond your imagination. Let the martial arts madness begin. 2001 is the year we make contact.
Illuminated only by the game.
Welcome to the revolution. Capcom versus SNK2. Mark of the Millennium 2001.
Lucy in the Dark looks pretty okay. Maybe I'll just stream like
All
this.
records are made to be broken.
Square my looks. How is everybody? Game volume is too high. I can't understand you. Oh my god.
These are the current
Sounds like a skill issue. How about now? Hold on. How about now? How about now? Should be okay now. Should be fine. It's fine now, right? Okay, so now I can ask you finally and forever, how are you? Better now. Estoy bien. Muy bien. Lucy the linguist can tell you that everything is muy bien. We're gonna play as this girl. We're gonna be playing as this girl. No, this. And that's the third girl. Not this. Kemi. It was okay when you read the message. It's a crossover fighting game. You wanna echoey ghost for a minute. That's because I become an echoey ghost when I test audio on my end. Ghost girl. That is basically my role in life. Pretty cool game, huh? How many languages do you know? Lunges. How many lunges do you know? Okay, so obviously I know Polish. Polish is my native tongue. I obviously know English. What happened, vodka? I know Japanese, I can speak it. I know some German. I can understand quite a lot of German, but I can only speak the bare basics. I can probably understand a lot of Ukrainian, but I can not exactly speak it. So I'm learning. I can speak the bare minimum of Vietnamese. I can read Korean. I can sort of, kind of read Hebrew. You know? What else can I do? What else can I do? Damn, I guess that's it. Until further notice that I think of any other languages that I know. Oh, you're home. That's great. That is great. That means you're a polyglot. Sort of, kind of, maybe, possibly. I'm learning a lot. Sort of, maybe, possibly. You must write a bit of Spanish. Very small. I guess you could say that I know as much. No, I'm not sure. Do I know more Spanish than Vietnamese? I think I know more Vietnamese than Spanish. Spanish, bare minimum, bare minimum. Really bare minimum. Better now, dobre. If you want to say better, you say lepiej in Polish. Lepiej. It's interesting stuff in it. Languages, yeah. Languages are the best things because, believe it or not, I'm not sure if it's a thing you'll understand if you only speak one language, but you formulate thoughts differently in different languages, which means it sort of, language affects your thinking in a way, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. Gee. That could cut me. Dobro. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Am I making any sense? Oh, there's only one guy. Show up. Go again. Yes. Die, guy. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. You need to have a second language to understand how bad Google Translate is. There's a better translator than Google Translate, a much better one. Deep Learn Translate is a much better translator than Google Translate. Have you ever tried Deep Learn Translate? You know a bit of Czech then? Me? I guess. They're pretty similar languages. Although a lot of the time in Czech, words are similar but mean something else, which creates, I don't know, memes. Polish people find Czech funny because the same words mean totally different things. So Polish people listen to Czech and giggle. I assume it works both ways. I assume that works both ways. No? Like Xena? What? What are you responding no to? It is true that in Polish you'll have gender verbs. Is it true? Yes. Actually. Like when you say she went to the store, the word went is also gendered. The what? Like English and German. I don't know what you mean. Like English and German. I did my best to turn this stream into language-oriented stream, but it didn't get any traction. My epic translation of a Japanese game did not get many fans. You have a Z with a dash, which is J, and you also have a Z with a dot, which is R. So it depends which one you're talking about. We won. There's a lot of false cognate between English and German. Can you elaborate what you mean? Can you tell me what you mean by that? Ugh. I truly did my best to turn this into a stream that would also dive into languages, but truly there was no interest. Nobody cared about languages. Nobody cared. Shut up, shut up. Żena. Oh, that's żona basically. In Polish, żona. Wife. Like gift means poison in German. Oh. Hello, Maya Mayor. Hello, hello. How are you? Is it? Wait, is it? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? An autistic thing? I don't get it. I don't get it. I think it just means woman in Czech. Well, it does not mean woman in Polish. In Polish you have word kobieta for that. How's everyone? Well, everyone has to answer you. Everybody answer the question. How are you today? You enjoying the game? There's good music, doesn't it? Psycho Soda, Psycho Body, etc. Damn. Psycho Soda. And stuff. I'm good. It's good that you're good. It's great. Oh wow. I think no. I think I was too fast to praise myself. I was on 3 characters, but I lost 1. Uh-oh. Your grab is special. Your special is a grab. What the? Gee, what the hell was that? I've got flakes in my hair. Wait, what flakes? What do you mean? I didn't lose. I didn't lose. I won without even looking at the screen. What do you mean? What do you mean? A new opponent, a new challenger has entered the ring. Oh, Bison. Okay. M. Bison. Or Vega in Japanese. We're gonna mock him. Is this Lucy in the dark stream where Lucy gets really serious? Yes. For once. Maybe that'll get me more viewers if I get really super serious. You know? Maybe this is my road to success. Because God knows my husband's not gonna give me any of the clout. You know? I'm just gonna note, he platformed Mr. Girl, but not gonna give me any fame. Just gonna take a quick mental note of that. Comment, comment, comment. What are you doing? What are you doing? Lucky Otter. What are you doing? What are you saying? Comment, comment, comment in the chat. What's happening here? If you wanna comment, comment on my videos so that they can get traction. In fact, my video about Iran has gotten hate. A lot of hate. Just saying. So many hate views it's gotten. Oh crap. Uh-oh. Give me your engagement. Is this economy? Comment, is this economy? Yes. Hello. Red. Wait, Red, I have not seen you here ever before. Are you new to the stream? If so, then welcome. Welcome to this Lucy Haze experience. Just in case you've never been here, although I bet you've been here and I've simply forgotten, in which case I apologize. But just in case you sort of have not been here before, I will remind everybody that I'm Lucy Haze, the biggest Polish trans streamer and Jewish. This is my reminder of who I am and what I stand for, sort of, kind of. I do polity, I do history, I do art, I also do sometimes video game, I do languages, I do all sorts of things. Sometimes I'm even complimented for my great mind. Wow. Okay, that's... Holy crap. I hate him. What an asshole. I watched one before, but I lurked. But yes, I am new. So how do you like... Oh, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Do you enjoy this stream? Are there any other streamers that you watch? Who's your favorite? And why? A little bit of a survey. One-on-one survey. Since I have not a huge audience, I can, as you can see, I can focus attention on individual viewers, which could be considered a great benefit. Uh-oh. I'm joking. Whoop-boo. Whoop-boo. I'm gonna get ya. Pervert. Boop-boop-boo. Yes. Ooh. I've done it. Who's separate? Whoa, wow. What's this doing here? Oh, I won. It's my last performance. I'll do my best. I'm prepared for anything. Let's begin. Well, benefit, of course. Sometimes picked by a streamer personally is not a benefit. I see. I mean, I didn't. To be fair, I didn't exactly mean picking on people. I meant giving people personal attention and love and solidarity. You know? I hope I have not scared Red away with my questions. I always have a lot of questions. It's my personality. I have a personality of having many questions. Oh gosh. Maybe he has a crush on you, like those little boys in the kindergarten that pull girls' hair. Have you considered that explanation? Who's Georgia and why is she concerned? What? Which video got you hate comments? It's not like I got one hate comment on that video, but I got more dislikes. It's more like it's been disliked to hell. But to answer your question, it's a video about Iran tipping Russia about the terrorist attack. Even when I'm not in the same stream. Oh, I'm answering. Ah, okay. Thank you. How exciting, And then we're gonna get to the topics finally. I don't think you're all here just to see me play Capcom versus SNK 2 2001. The new millennium. 2001. Best year, isn't it? Oh god. Oh wow. I mean beaten up by some nerd. Truly, 2001 has been the best of years. Okay, so I found you through President Sunday Discord. I mostly watch his videos, sometimes the streams. So President Sunday is your favorite streamer? What do you like about President Sunday? And what do you like about my streams? As for if I enjoy stay streams, I'm here because I like the Dugin one. Oh, the Dugin one. Wow. That was a good one, wasn't it? Dugin. I should do more Dugin content. Dugin was... Nice, now I will ask question. Any favorite video of Sunday? Doomer Media got doomed. Or something. Doomer Media got doomed. Favorite. Oh, was that not to me? Was that not a question towards me? (9/11) year. Whatever. Many wonderful things happened in 2001. Don't be a negative Nancy. I come from the Vosh raid. Wait. Oh, right. For a second there I thought that Vosh raided me again now, but I guess I'll never get raided by Vosh again. Or will I? We could get into Evola a bit. You remember of that stream I posted to you? Evola? Oh yeah, that's right. We could. That's true. We could. Lucky Otter. What do you like about my streams, Lucky Otter? What do you enjoy about Lucy Hazza personally? On a personal level. Evola is this close to Dugin. Yeah. Sea Empire and Land Empire. That is true. He's pretty esoteric. And, interestingly enough, Dugin has been, because I've heard people say that that Putin is a maniac and that he probably wrote his speech at the beginning of the invasion himself. But you know what? I saw an interesting article that described Dugin as Putin's brain. That basically, not only does Putin on board Dugin's philosophy, but he directly apparently parrots a lot of his talking points in his, well, speeches. Isn't that interesting? Interesting perspective. Good delivery of comedy. Really? Me? I have good delivery of comedy? Gosh. Okay, I did not expect that. I did not expect this comedy compliment to go my way. That I've got good comedy. I did not expect that to happen. Good comedy. Damn. Lucy has it. It's funny. Damn. Boom, boom, boom. What would make sense? That I've got good comedy? I'm uncertain about that actually. Damn. Throwing shade on my comedy right away. One person said I'm funny and right away I get comments like I'm uncertain about that. I see where you people stand. Oh, you're talking about that. Okay, never mind. I thought you were referring to my comedy powers. Never mind. I remember when I said negative Nancy to German kid in primary school, he misheard it and took the wrong way. Oh. That is a wild argument. I'm the serious voice here. Do you like... Okay, I need the chat to tell me. Is Lucy Hazeh funny? And what sort of humor lands best with Lucy Hazeh? Those are my big questions for today. Whew. I recently tuned into Nullner Box to watch him do a Holodomor reading, but instead some lunatic called in to, I don't know, it was weird. Some loon tuned in instead, sort of called in to say that actually it's, you know, Russia might have kidnapped children, but they're all orphans. So, you know, they're all orphans, so whatever. They're all orphans. Wow. Listen, none of you told me what sort of humor from me makes you laugh, so I guess I have no instruction. I have no instruction as to what humor to utilize to play the algorithm game and win in the game of content creation. The music is glitching. The computer is overloaded from this 1 billion year old, from this 23-year-old game. Literally. Have an instruction. Make good humor. Well, yeah, I'm asking you what the type of humor you like is, for me to get more people like you to watch. But on algorithm, you know that matters little. It matters everything. There is no music. Oh, that's good because it's glitching. It's glitching, so it's good that there's no music actually, in this case. Because it's glitchy and you'd just be annoyed. And as it is, I suffered for you. So you don't have to suffer. I could have sworn you should be hearing some music. You should be hearing music. That is strange. That is very, very strange. I like the reaction that I sent you about the AI VTuber. Oh! I found it. It's 3 years old and it's called The Apologist I See as Death Spiral. I also really liked the more conventional. So, is it fair for me to assume, Red, then that you watch only me and President Sunday? But that just brings me to more questions, because I think my content is not all that similar to President Sunday's, actually. I wouldn't call my content similar to President Sunday's in many ways. Got a dental issue? Yes, actually. Yes, actually. I do have dental issues, yes. Ooh. Did I ask you a question? Oh yeah, I did. I did ask Red a question, that's true. I asked a question, I immediately forgot it, because that is the type of person that I am. I ask a question and immediately it's erased from my head. Don't tell me he's actually... Come on. Come on. I also watch some gaming stuff. Oh! So you're not into politics a lot, political streamers. Interesting. But you will admit that my content is a little bit different from President Sunday's, right? My delivery is definitely different from President Sunday's, right? I'm not as scholarly as President Sunday. I use simple words to deliver... Okay, I wouldn't say I use them to deliver simple ideas, but nevertheless, I do use simple words. You know? Woo! Shinku Haduki! I did watch some gaming stuff. Yes. So what makes me watchable for you, since I'm so different than Sunday? That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool? Do you play more recent fighting games? Yes. But I will have to prepare my PC not to explode when I play them. Wow. Should make it understandable. True. It should make me open to the mainstream. But it doesn't, somehow. Maybe I should become more scholarly, like President Sunday. And maybe I should just cover drama more. Or at all. Because I don't cover drama at all. Maybe I should. Maybe it's time. There was a viewer temporarily last stream that asked me if I like Sneeko. And my answer was, I've never in my life watched anything of Sneeko. So I guess that was my answer. Never in my life have I watched anything of Sneeko. Wow, Lucy in the dark. Lucy embraced by the darkness. One Lucy to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. It's 22:57, which means, technically speaking, that in 3 minutes, I will be taking my estrogen, because now I've got it back. I've got estrogen. This is the new package. Lucy will be taking her estrogen in the dark. How she should. Because none of you wants to see this LGBT propaganda stuff from me. It'll be bad if I did. So it's okay, I'm gonna spare you the sight. The good stuff. The good. That's right. Lucy Hayes gonna give you the good. After all, Lucy Hayes is like a cyberpunk character, don't you know? Don't you know? Unlike, apparently, the bad Lucy Haze. Lucy Hayes is like a cyberpunk character. I need to do my evening E. I do it after I wake up, and I do it when I go to sleep, sort of, kind of. Technically speaking, when I go to sleep. Because I usually don't actually go to sleep. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah! That's right. My nose is stuffed. We are going to watch some crazy stuff first. Hold on. I never prepare this beforehand. I never do this step beforehand. So you always have to suffer me doing this on stream. Watching the Ptasie Mleczko page. I should be getting money from Milka at this point, which is an evil company that is ruled by a corporation that supports Russia or something. You know? I do it in 12-hour intervals. I take 1 estrogen each 12 hours. That is my regime. That's my regiment. I have to... Did you know that this Sunday... No. Hold on. Yeah, No, wait. Wait, yeah. This Sunday I'm going to be voting. I'm going to go voting this Sunday. I'm going to be going voting. I got my perfect candidate. Wow. 2 days, 7 hours, 59 minutes, and counting. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, and counting down to the big local elections. Local elections on mayors and stuff like that. Gotta be voting on who is to be the mayor of Warsaw. On Sunday, I'm gonna go to my old primary school, and I'm gonna tick, and I'm gonna put it in the box on the 11th, not on the 11th, on the 7th, on the 7th. I'm gonna be doing the voting. The local elections is actually apparently Law and Justice's big hope for regaining power. You're in Warsaw? Yeah. Sort of, kind of. I'm sort of kind of not in Warsaw, but I sort of kind of am in Warsaw. So I sort of kind of don't live in Warsaw, but at the same time I sort of kind of am registered in Warsaw. So I go to vote in Warsaw. In my old primary school building, which turns into a voting place whenever there's election. Schools. Is the politics interesting? In Poland? Oh yeah, of course. Polish politics are wild. Oh damn. You don't know life and you don't know politics if you don't know Polish politics. You don't know Polish politics if you're not a real politics connoisseur if you have not experienced Polish politics. Our Polantics, yeah, basically. It's like there's this guy called Jarosław Kaczyński. God, I'm gonna get a book. I'm gonna find this book right now because this is too wild. This is too wild to explain without showing you this book. Okay? This is too... God, I have to find this book right now. I have to do it for all of you. This is too tasty for me not to... This is just too good for me not to sort of bring up as I explain Polish politics. I have to do it. I have to do it now for all of you. It's mandatory. Oh God. Oh. Oh, where's the... Jesus. The last flight. Oh, Bible for Ukraine. Choo-choo. I have to find this book. No matter what, I will find it for you. Kaczyński, not Kociński. Kaczyński. Jesus. Not everything revolves around Vosh, believe it or not. I know that I'm in the evil white leaf, but not everything revolves around Vosh in life. Only some things revolve around Vosh. Vosh, who tries non-stop to steal destiny from me. Zemsta. System Oh, that's a good book. System Belarus. It's from the year 2013. The state is me, Ludwig 14 would say. And Lukashenko says the same. Or something. I don't know. Oh, Polish people in the Kremlin. 1612. Huh. I haven't even noticed that I had this. What the... What? What is this book? Wait, hold on. Ukraine. What is this? Andrzej Kempinski, Ukraine. Oh, wow, okay. Ugh. I've not noticed this. I'm looking for a book to show you, but I'm discovering all sorts of other books. And I cannot find the book that I want to find. Oh gosh. I just cannot find the book that I want to show you. Hold on. I'm gonna find it no matter what. I'm gonna... the bloody... the what? What are you... what? What is happening here? What are you... Oh, an entropy fan is giving me weird vibes right now. Hold on. Magazine, book, not the... Yes, I found it. Oh my gosh, I found the book. Oh, Putin. A book about Putin. Where is he leading Russia? From what year is this? Putin is the book 2005. Now that's gonna be a read. Okay. A book about Putin from 2005. That's gonna be a read. By Boris Reitschuster. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating. Fascinating as always. Fascinating as always. Okay. So, book. It is called Failed Revolution. Or maybe... no, that's not a good translation. The better translation would be The Unsuccessful Revolution. There you go. I've translated it more accurately. The Unsuccessful Revolution. The Unsuccessful Restoration. And it says, they look so young here. If you've seen any recent pictures of Donald Tusk, who is the current Polish Prime Minister, he looks so much younger here. Look. This is Tusk and this is Kaczynski. They both look quite a lot younger here. Why? Because this book is from the year 2010. So it's from 14 years ago. So, I'm gonna read what's on the back, okay? What's on the back of the book. Translate it for you, because it's brilliant and wildly timeless. Some of it is weirdly timeless. I must admit that some of it it's not. About Tusk. If Tusk won the presidential election, he would probably be the better builder of the Fourth Polish Republic. The voters have decided different. 14 years ago is quite a bit long ago. Come on. 14 years ago is quite a bit ago. Oh, Kaczynski. About Kaczynski. For the strategy of the government, the leader of peace is responsible, and the leader of peace, law and justice, is Kaczynski. And in this sphere, horrible mistakes were made. About both, Kaczynski and Tusk today are both sort of prisoners of PR who have no real ideology. And they're also frustrated guards of incoming things. I don't know. Nothing seems... okay, there's a beef between Kaczynski and Tusk, okay? A weird beef that they sort of hate each other. But more like Kaczynski hates Tusk. So it's like nothing seems to indicate that they're able to escape their little weird dance. Tusk doesn't want to. Kaczynski is not capable of doing it. And it sort of shows that Kaczynski is not capable of it. This is from 2010. It is now the year 2024 of our Lord. And Kaczynski is still obsessed with Tusk. Still. Okay? That is partially why Law and Justice lost the parliamentary campaign, because Kaczynski, the leader of Law and Justice, has focused all his attention, has focused all the speeches, all the talking points, all the, I don't know, all of the whole program of Law and Justice was focused on hating Tusk. That was basically it. Tusk! And whatever, like, even when Law and Justice was in charge, and there was a scandal going on, for example, like the visa scandal, that the Law and Justice, through some shell companies, was selling visas to refugees who were pushed back behind the Belarusian border, and then they sold them visas for $5,000 or something. It's complicated. And then Jarosław Kaczynski would go to the stand to give his big speech regarding the scandal. Okay, the big scandal, which at first he said, that's not a scandal, it's just a little cute scandal, you know, Skandal-chan, as they call it, because I don't know how to translate the word that used in Polish. And then, after that didn't work, he said, well, if you want to blame anyone, blame Tusk. Tusk is responsible. Tusk is responsible for the visa thing. Yes, even though my government is in charge, Tusk is responsible for it. It was Tusk. And the wildest thing ever, okay? Because during the latest sort of parliamentary election, the Law and Justice Party was still sort of in charge. That was the government. Law and Justice was the government. And they lost the parliamentary election, and the leader of the Law and Justice Party once again sort of went to the stand and said, you know what? I'm not going to say that there was something fishy with the organization of the parliamentary election, but there's something fishy with it. And I was like, your government organized it. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Your government was in charge when it was organized. Your party has the president, still has, by the way, and the parliament, the government was all your party. Your party organized the. And then he just moved on from that topic and started saying how Tusk, because once again it's all about Tusk, is a German agent who wants to make Poland into a vassal state of serfs. To whom? To the newly emerging German Empire. That's right. There's a newly emerging German Empire, and its main goal right now is to turn Polish people into serfs and to eliminate the Polish nation. And they will do it through the hands of Donald Tusk. Tusk! Tusk! Listen, I'm gonna create better laughing emotes. You can always give me a little bit of a commission. I am an artist. I am an artiste. I do sometimes say that I do dabble in art. I do dabble in some art. Okay? I do some artsy fartsy stuff. All right. Oh, what the hell is Omega Duck? Wait, the duck is a great laughing emote. Keg D is a great laughing emote. You cannot persuade me otherwise. You cannot tell me that Keg D is not a great emote. Because you'd be lying to me, and most of all, you'd be lying to yourself. And you know what? It is not good to lie to yourself. True. True. True and definitely not fake. Greatness personified. See? And I drew it. I drew it myself. Because I'm a le artiste. I drew a lot of the emotes. I'm gonna show you some of the emotes that I drew. I drew Lucy Mad. Lucy Mad emote. I have to log in. I have to log into my own thing. Unbelievable. Okay, Lucy Mad. I drew this. Prepare yourselves. I drew this one. Isn't it great? Hold on, I've got more. I've got more to show you. My profile photo will be the best bird adjacent laughing emote. I guess, but you're not a duck. Oh, evil duck! Evil duck! Evil duck is the best emote. Look at this. This is the best emote on this page. Period. The best emote. Period. Evil duck. It doesn't get any better than this. Oh wait, maybe it does. Let's look. Maybe it does get better. I should make more. Should make more emotes. If donations reach $100 today, I will make 5 new emotes. 5 new emotes. Get excited and donate. Please, 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 please. Panic face. Uh-oh. Please, please, panic face. I was wrong. True. I'm the artist. Okay, let's do topics, because if I don't do topics, then this stream's not gonna be a short stream. It's gonna be an extremely long stream. And it's supposed to be a short stream because it's already the 4th, and I promised myself to clean the house in a few days, and it's not going well. The artist, yes. Yes, that is who I am. That is my destiny. Okay, we're gonna start with something interesting. We're gonna start with some Russian propaganda. I'm gonna go back to being in the darkness. In the dark. Oh, Lucy in the dark. Like a ghost or something, or a specter. I'm so talented, I don't even know how to button up a blouse. But is the other chat Twitch or something? No! It's not actually. It's my page. Which I'm gonna link now. It's this. Which you can join. And be in it. Okay. We've got atmosphere now. We've got super cool atmosphere. The atmosphere of the darkness. Which is good. It is good to have this atmosphere. Oh wait. Before we go to anything else, I'm gonna take my HRT. Whew. Instructional manual for the estrogen. Estrogen instructional manual. Is huge. Huge instruction manual. How to swallow the pill and not harm yourself. ASMR. ASMR stream. Oh. So I'm taking 2 pills, as always. The blue one and the white one. Can you see it? Can you see the pills? Oh, you can see them perfectly now, actually. Water? Not water. Water? Oh, water. 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 Oh. How did it land there? I am now complete. Oh. Okay, I'm ready. I'm now mentally prepared to tackle topics of importance. Like Russian media being unhinged. Totally unhinged. Oh. So there's been a lot of talk of Russia probably preparing a huge attack on Kharkiv. It's like Putin wanting to conscript 300,000 soldiers to do a big attack on Kharkiv. And in the Polish media, there floated this statement of Putin that he actually wants to surround Kharkiv and capture it without razing it to the ground like in all other cases. So he wants to do the gentlemanly option. That is what apparently he said. But apparently that sentiment does not represent the sentiment of the Russian media, because the Russian media apparently clearly say that Kharkiv needs to be destroyed. I've heard that from the... Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Russian state media. Where is it? Oh gosh. Vladimir Solovyov wants Kharkiv to be destroyed. So Solovyov wants it destroyed, but apparently Putin said that he actually just wants to capture it without destroying it, which I don't trust Russia with that, but it's still interesting that apparently the narratives are sort of not exactly I don't know. It's very strange. Let me just say that. It is very strange. Okay. So, are we... Okay, I have to do the react. Solovyov wants Kharkiv to be destroyed. It's 1 minute. Wait, why is it so quiet? What? I muted it. Unmute. Damn. Why have I muted this tab? Why would I do that? Okay, let's go. I'm gonna read the subtitles like a good subtitle reader. That is my job here. I'll say once again. Kharkiv should be erased off the face of the earth.
Вот просто, чтобы иллюзий не было никаких. Но начать надо.
What?
Вот просто, чтобы иллюзий не было никаких.
Very simply. So there are no illusions. But we should start with Kyiv. I'm sorry. All I can do when I hear such brilliant rhetoric, when I hear such words is, or as an alternative.
Надо с Киева. Просто...
Yes. The glorious inheritors of the Kiev Rush say, we need to destroy Kiev. We should simply destroy.
Уничтожить надо. Все
all of those governmental...
государственные вот эти... Вот все.
Erase everything off the face of the earth.
Стереть с лица земли. Кто там? Кончезаспа?
What's the name? Concha-Zaspa?
Что там? Где там? Кончезаспа. Кончезаспа.
Erase Concha-Zaspa, so there's nothing left.
Вообще стереть, чтобы ничего...
I'm just gonna say that in one of the newest sort of appearances, this guy said that Russia represents the good and the West represents evil. So apparently the good means erasing and destroying everything. That is clearly what it means to be good, quote unquote. You're good when you destroy and erase, till there's nothing left.
Ничего не осталось.
You see? It is so true. Truly good and evil is relative. Nothing but radioactive dust. What is even the point of doing that?
Пыль радиоактивная.
He looks... What a weird expression. Even he's like, what am I doing here? What is this guy even saying? Either way, your words are getting through.
Ваши слова-то все равно
That guy just looked checked out. Like he did like...
ходят, и они принимаются.
And they're being accepted by the public opinion. Holy crap. Hello.
Сейчас в общественном сознании. Мы ведь все равно движемся
Either way, we're moving in this direction. Pff, sure. Sure you are.
в эту сторону. Там есть еще много
In this studio, we have named many other objects
других, но это в этой студии мы много называли объектов, которые
against which strikes should be conducted.
должны быть,
Are you fantasizing about nuclear strikes now? Radioactive dust?
по которым должны быть нанесены удары.
Мне еще раз
I'll repeat it once more.
повторю. Мне там
I have no pity for anyone there. By the way, we're the good guys, and those in the West, they represent evil, but I totally represent goodness. Clearly.
не жалко никого.
И гостей
Мне-
тоже.
And their guests either.
Мне здесь моих жалко. Мне
I pity my own people here. Oh yeah, the famously bombed everyday Russian people of Russia who are so attacked and bombed and killed. Can I ask what the AA in the title refers to? Have you never played video games? Anti-air, of course. Anti-air. Have you never played games?
мне моих жалко.
Pity my own people here.
Дончан, Луганчан.
My people from the. Oh my god. My people from Donetsk, Luhansk, Crimea. Oh my god. Gotta admit, I did not see that coming. Oh! By the way, I've got a treat for you. I've got a treat for you. Because I've got everything. I've got everything. And we're gonna do a little bit of news coverage, okay? News coverage time. We're gonna cover a little small article. A small article that only I will cover. No other political streamer will cover this particular article because it's physically impossible for them to do it. Speaking of your people of Donetsk, it's very interesting. There's this article from a newspaper dated, let me see, Thursday, 8th of May, 2014. So we're going back to the past to investigate a little bit when it comes to Donetsk. Because, well, we'll see. Let's see just how the Polish newspapers reported on the poor Russian people from Donetsk. The troubles of Russian terrorists, that's the headline of the article. The Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine has reported of the liquidation of many fighters of Russian diverse forces in an anti-terrorist operation in Ukraine, right? Ukraine's Ministry of Interior has sort of fought against Russian terrorists. Ukrainian Security Service has published new recordings of the terrorists, the new recordings of the talks of the terrorists with their sort of handlers in Moscow. Let's see. On Wednesday in the morning, a group of terrorists have made an attempt to escape being encircled in one of the on the outskirts of Slovyansk. A day earlier in the city, there were very intense fights. And due to those fights, as the Ministry of Interior Affairs says, 30 armed terrorists have died. From the beginning of the operation, the sum of the losses of the Ukrainian army is and of the security services of Ukraine are 12 dead. According to the Minister of Internal Affairs Arsen Avakov, the government is totally in control of the situation in Mariupol. The city has been cleansed by the special battalion made for special operation. It is called Azov. And Azov answers to the Ministry of Interior Affairs. And it answers to the 72 Brigade of the Mechanized Army of Ukraine. In the city, the barricades created by separatists were taken down, and access to all administrative buildings have been opened. Yesterday as well, the Security Service of Ukraine has published the talks of Donetsk separatists with Moscow. This is the interesting part of the article, the most interesting and the most important part of this article. The published leaked talks of the Donetsk separatists with Moscow. The recorded talk suggests that there is a preparation for a made by the Russian side in the so-called the recording suggests that the Russian side is preparing a so-called referendum to create a Donetsk People's Republic. And as the recorded conversation suggests, the sort of and as the recording suggests, the results of this referendum will be decided beforehand. As it turns out, destabilizing situations in countries of their neighbors is a tactic of the Kremlin. The Kremlin is using radical nationalist organization, Russian nationalist organizations that have their units in neighboring countries, also in Ukraine. In a talk with the chief of the movement Russian National Unity, Alexander Barkashov, with the leader of the Donetsk illegal organization Orthodox Donbass, Dmitry Boytsov, they openly speak of a fictional referendum planned for the 11th of May. In the beginning, in the recording, we hear how Boitsov demands Russian help, Russian military help, and warns that because the government of Ukraine is growing stronger, doing the referendum might be impossible. He has met with a big sort of pushback of Barkashov. You cannot cancel the referendum because that will show that you're afraid. Boitsov, it's not what I mean. We're just not ready. Barkashov, write whatever, 99%. What? Are you gonna fucking go and gather sort of votes? Just write it. Write 99%, and if not 89. Just write 89% for the Donetsk Republic. End of story. After the recording was published, the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, who in Moscow met yesterday with Didier Burkhalter, suddenly called the separatists who are terrorizing Ukraine to move the referendum to a different time. I called the representatives of the South and Eastern Ukraine, the proponents of federalization of the country, to move the planned referendum date from 11th of May in order to create the environment for a dialogue. So as you can see, we've all known that the referendum was bullshit before it even happened, because we have leaked conversations of the separatists with Moscow, from which we can clearly see that they were like, yeah, just write 99%, I write 89% for the Donetsk Republic, whatever. Just what are you gonna go gather votes? Are you gonna go gather signs? Are you mad? Cool, great stuff, amazing. Just a little bit of a something whenever you will hear a person telling you, oh, but Donetsk, but Ukraine bullying the Russian speakers in Donetsk. Oh, but they wanted to join Russia. Oh, but there was a vote. They voted. Clearly they voted. Well, the reality is we have evidence. And the evidence sort of suggests that it was all sort of bullshit. What do you know? So yeah, I guess let's continue. Let's continue with the video. I certainly hope that the translation was more or less okay for this. Did you say the article mentioned the Azov battalion? I mean, the article is from May 2014. So the Azov battalion was a thing in May 2014. So yes. Continue. The separatists lied? I know, right? I'm as shocked as you are. I'm as shocked as anybody about this. But unfortunately, we have been lied to. We have been deceived. And I put my trust in Russia. I trusted you, Russia. You have betrayed my trust. What will I do with my life now if I cannot even trust you on the topic of the referendum in Donetsk? Tragic. You know, you have to be strong. You have to be strong and try to move forward.
Чан.
Like this person does. This person moved very quickly forward. My people from Donetsk, you know, because they wanted to be separate and they voted in the referendum.
Крымчан.
Kursk, Belgorod, Voronezh, Moscow, St. Petersburg.
Курян, белгородцев, воронежцев, москвичей, Питер.
I pity my people. What does that even mean? Ukraine is not even allowed to attack inside of Russian territory. What pity for your people? Oh yeah, he mentioned Donetsk. Forgive me.
Мне моих жалко.
Subscribe. There you go. Amazing, brilliant stuff. But that's not all. It's not over. It's not over. I want to show you one more. At least one more. Vladimir Solovyov says Kyiv should be destroyed. That's right. Kyiv should be destroyed. Destroy Kyiv. Because just destroying Kharkiv is not enough. Destroy Kyiv. I don't know. There's a certain point at which the Russian state media just becomes so surreal, so wild, that I just cannot help but smirk. It is unbelievable. It is so surreal. It is so surreal to hear people say, we should destroy this city, we should kill all of these people, we should turn this place into a nuclear radioactive wasteland, and then say, oh, by the way, we represent the goodness in the world and the West represents evil. We are good. We are the good guys, by the way. Totally. Surely.
Казни
I'm gonna try to find more articles because I've got a lot of press. I've got a lot of press from different years. And I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of newspapers from 2014. So we might find a lot more gems such as these when Poland reported on what was going on in Ukraine in 2014 during the Euromaidan, during the annexation of Crimea, Donetsk, etc. It might be an interesting thing for streams to sort of do a little bit of a jump to the past like we did now with the article from the newspaper that sort of clearly demonstrates leaked conversations that spoke of a very specific referendum in the works.
египетские.
Egyptian plagues have descended.
Обрушились
Upon a city that was captured by Satanists.
на город, захваченный сатанистами. Вот
This is what's happening in Kyiv right now.
что сейчас в Киеве.
Kyiv.
Вот
The Sahara Desert has come upon this city.
пустыня Сахара пришла на этот град, преданный.
Jesus. That was betrayed, trampled, and humiliated.
Растоптанный и униженный своими жителями.
By its inhabitants.
Сатанисты
Satanists have seized power and are having a ball. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I have no clue. By the way, I covered a presidential debate from 1995. The year of our Lord, 1995. The year of our Savior. Lord and Savior. Jeez. Satanists have seized power. They're having a ball. I guess I don't know what to say. I'm noticing this weird shift in the media, in this Russian media, from Nazis to Satanists. It really reminds me of a very disturbed mom of a friend that I used to have in primary school, who used to accuse my other friend, mom of one friend used to accuse my other friend of organizing satanic rituals, satanic parties. And in those satanic parties, she would say, even black people are allowed. I have had many, many wild things happen to me in my life. But let's move on.
Захватили власть и правят бал. Кто после этого посмеет...
After this, who will dare to tell me Kyiv should remain? I mean, how can I even dispute this argument? What do I even say to this? How can I even dispute this? It's great. That's such argumentation I've never even thought of. After this, that's a good question. After the Satanists have taken over, who could say that Kyiv should remain? That's a good question.
Сказать, что Киев должен стоять.
Стоять. Satanists have captured the city. What the? Oh God. First it's the Nazis, the Banderites, now it's the Satanists. What's gonna be next?
Сатанисты захватили.
Oh my God, the delivery! Satanisты!
Город.
The delivery just so... The over-the-top delivery just makes... It is so depressing that there are people watching this probably and are like, oh crap. Damn, Satanists have taken over. We better do something.
И относиться
This is exactly the way we should treat them.
к ним надо именно таким образом.
Satanists. I don't even know where this new line came from about Satanism. About Satanism taking over in Ukraine. Like, where did that come from? I need to look into it. I need to do a whole research stream on Satanism in Ukraine. I guess it's time. It's time for me to do this. My own research stream.
Каленым железом.
With hot iron, with fire, and a sword.
Огнем и мечом. Эти террористы...
These terrorists have to be destroyed. Oh yeah, I forgot that Ukrainians are also terrorists. So, to recap, Ukrainians are Nazis, Satanists, and terrorists. I forgot, of course. How could I have forgotten about the terrorists?
должны быть уничтожены. А русские
Russian holy sites have to be liberated.
святыни должны быть освобождены. Мы долго будем
How long will we allow this attitude?
позволять такое
What attitude? Of Satanism?
отношение? Мы долго будем терпеть?
How long will we stand for it? I mean, you've been doing your best and you've just not...
Что еще должно случиться,
What else has to happen
чтобы мы признали
for us to designate this pathetic government
эту жалкую власть с этим мелким бесом,
headed by a small demon. Wow, I see some cute anti-Semitism sort of smuggled in here.
во главе, террористами,
As terrorists
а страны их
and countries that support them
поддерживающие спонсорами терроризма.
as sponsors of terrorism. Oh, okay, Russia's gonna wage its own war on terrorism now. It's had its 9/11 moment, I guess. It's gonna look for weapons of mass destruction in Ukraine.
СБУ,
The Security Service of Ukraine,
ГУР, Рада,
the main Directorate of Intelligence,
правительственный
the Verkhovna Rada Parliament, the government district
квартал должны быть снесены с лица
should be erased of the face of the earth.
земли. Все принимавшие
Everyone who took part in this operation. What operation?
участие в этой операции должны быть
Has to be eliminated.
уничтожены. Как сказал
As Dmitry Anatolievich Medvedev said,
Дмитрий Анатольевич по поводу тех, которые принимали участие
about those who participated in the terrorist attack
в
in the Krakow City Hall.
террористической атаке в Крокус-Сити, что
We will find and kill all of them.
мы их всех найдем и убьем.
Yes.
И всех, кто им помогал.
As well as everyone who helped and sponsored them.
И всех их спонсоров. Мы их найдем
We will find them and kill them.
и убьем.
Ubijemy ich, krótko mówiąc.
Дмитрий Анатольевич сказал,
Dmitry Anatolievich Medvedev said,
но мы их найдем и убьем.
we will find and kill them.
Мы ж не в нашей стране.
Perhaps outside of our country.
Об успехах
Success of Russian troops.
российских войск в зоне
Very slow success. Let's be
специальной военной операции
in the zone of the special military. Very slow success, and due to lack of aid, due to a critical lack of weapons, and this is pretty sad for our second supposedly strongest military in the world. But okay, let's just roll with it.
которым пытается противопоставить террористическую активность.
Are being countered by terrorist activity
Вот это
by a diabolical Nazi spawn. Oh yeah, okay, we're still with the Nazi rhetoric. Never mind. I thought that was, I for a second there I thought the Nazi thing made way for a new thing, the Satanist thing, but no.
дьявольское нацистское отродье,
The Ukrainian junta.
украинская хунта,
Oh, junta, I'm sorry. The Ukrainian junta
взращенные
was nurtured with an aging breast. Oh, come on, don't.
стареющей грудью, этими вялыми
With flaccid nips of Western capital. Oh, God. What a horrible. Why would you use such a weird. Why would you say it like that? Why? Couldn't you think of any other. Whatever.
сами
Also, flaccid nips of Western capitalism. Oh, whatever.
западного капитализма.
This guy looks amused.
Это борьба.
Or confused. Well, depending on how you look at it. This is not the fight between Ukraine and Russia.
Это не борьба Украины с Россией. Это борьба с сатаной.
This is the fight of Satanism against Christianity. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Like, at some point you just have to say this is stupid. This is what? So the Nazism was not good enough, apparently. Now it's a fight like of Satanism against Christianity. A holy religious war, I guess, we're now having. Damn. A religious warfare. Who would have known? Who would have predicted?
Сатанизма с христианством. Мы последняя страна, в
We are the last country
которой, так сказать, которая является
that is a bearer of the traditional Christianity. And wait, what do you mean? Do you mean like the Christianity before the schism? Or what is the traditional what?
носителем традиционного христианства. Запад отказался.
The West rejected it. There is no Christianity in the West. Pfft, okay, that's sure. Yeah, of course there's no Christianity in there. There's totally not a plan to turn by Trump to turn the US into a Christian state. Totally none.
Все. В Западе христианства нет. Католики молчат.
The Catholics are silent. The Pope is silent. Actually, he's not silent. He's said quite a lot of stupid things. I wish the Pope would be more silent when it comes to the Ukrainian war. That would be actually an improvement if the Pope was silent on that topic. Believe it or not, he should speak a bit less.
Папа римский молчит, а в нем вытирают ноги.
They're wiping their feet on the Pope. What does that mean? So that's it, basically. We've learned that Kharkiv and Kyiv has to be turned into nuclear radioactive dust. We've learned that it's like we're all Satanists, Nazi Satanists, and that Russia is the only place on earth that has Christianity left. So I feel like we've learned a lot. I feel like this has been a very... I feel like there's some education going on. I feel like we've learned quite a lot. I feel like we've done our share of learning. Isn't Eastern Orthodox still the predominant religion in Ukraine? You mean Eastern Satanism? There's a portal to hell in Kyiv, like in Doom, like in the Doom games. So yeah, amazing. We've done it. I think we've done it. Speaking of glorious Russia, I've got one more topic for you. I'm looking for it. Let's see. I'm gonna open it up again. Not Reuters. I've got it somewhere here. Wait, I had it prepared. There we go. Okay, found it. There we go. So, as you may know, Ukraine, to the disapproval of the US, has prepared a lot, sort of Ukraine, to the disapproval of the US, has attacked a lot of Russian refineries. And apparently, due to these attacks, give or take, how much percent of its sort of thing has been taken out? 15% of its overall capacity has been sort of taken out, I believe. Let me see. That's not even the best thing about this whole thing. That's not even the news. The news sort of is, I'm gonna put these away. The real interesting news, because many people have talked about the attacks on the refineries, how it's a good strategy, how it's good that Ukraine is not actually stopping when the US is telling them to stop, how it's Ukraine's right to attack military targets using their own drones, their own produced drones. Many people have talked about that, and I agree with all of that. I agree that Ukraine should do more of that, but there is an interesting aspect on the Russian side. Russia apparently is struggling to repair. It's struggling to repair the damaged oil refineries. Because, for example, for some of the parts, for some of the infrastructure, they are dependent on US companies that have, that have retreated from sort of working with Russia because of the sanctions, because of the war. So now, Russia is struggling with getting their hands on both spare parts and specialists that could actually fix the refineries, which is very interesting. Russia in trouble, I guess. We have an article by the Kyiv Independent. Reuters. Russia faces difficulties repairing oil refineries due to US sanctions. There's a lot of talk about sanctions being sort of bypassed, sort of how Russia goes around the sanctions, how it's able to still make a lot of money and continue its war effort, that is true. And there are also examples like this of sanctions actually giving us some results. And in this case, the result is Russia is struggling to fix the refineries. And those refineries are basically Russia's main source of income when it comes to this war. So I would say that is a big, big problem for Russia. Russian companies are facing difficulties in repairing oil refineries due to Western sanctions, and Ukrainian drone attacks could worsen the problem. Oh no. Reuters reported on April 4th, citing an unnamed source familiar with the matter. So, there you go. We have an unnamed source. Ukrainian forces have launched a series of drone strikes aimed at damaging Russia's oil industry. A total of 12 Russian oil refineries were reportedly successfully hit in multiple regions deep inside Russian territory as of March 17th, which good, very good. It's a very workable strategy, and it especially could bring effects long-term effects of sort of crippling Russia's capacity to fuel its war effort. There was only one company that knew how to repair the gasoline producing unit at Lukoil PJSC's North Sea plant in Nizhny Novgorod Oblast, which was attacked on March 12. It was an American multinational oil engineering company UOP that withdrew from Russia after its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, 5 sources told Reuters. So already on March 12, the problems began. Only an American company knows how to fix this thing, and there's no more American company. It withdrew from our market. Unfortunate. After engineers were unable to find spare parts for repairs, the whole unit just stopped, according to Reuters sources. Which is a very interesting example of how we are living in a sort of interconnected, globalized world where you have a bunch of equipment in your country, but actually it's being maintained by a foreign company. And should that foreign company leave, you suddenly find yourself in a situation of not being able to repair the stuff you have should it break down, which we are witnessing, thankfully, right now. The unit which is used to convert heavier hydrocarbons into gasoline has been out of service since January, and it is unclear when it can be repaired due to a lack of expertise in Russia, Reuters reported. See? Because the experts are from foreign companies. Which I'm a bit surprised that Russia didn't just train its own domestic specialists, but whatever. I'm happy. I'm certainly happy about this development. In fact, I could not be happier. I could not be happier, even if I tried. I just saw that. Oh God, of course. So yeah, the fourth biggest Russian refinery, Nordsee, reduced gasoline production by 40% as a result, 2 sources told Reuters. The difficulties have been compounded by Ukrainian drone attacks, which hit at least 12 Russian oil refineries this year, according to the news agency industry sources. Reuters estimated that these attacks forced Russian refineries to shut in about 14% of their capacity in the first quarter. And I'm just wondering, how much of that will they actually be able to repair, considering that their lack of expertise and their lack of, well, parts. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak claimed that the damaged facilities should resume operations within a month or two as Russian firms work to produce the necessary spare components. Also, Russia's response to the whole oil refinery attacks was the best in the world. Russia's response of, oh yeah, the attacks on refineries will stop once we get Kyiv. Once we capture Kyiv, the attacks on the refineries will stop. And all I can do when I hear a response like that is, okay, sure. I mean, that's true, but it's not much of a statement, is it? It's a bit of a, what we call in the business, an empty statement. It's a bit of a meaningless, empty statement, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Russian firms work to produce the necessary spare components. The Financial Times reported in March that the US warned Ukraine to stop attacking Russian oil refineries, which very bad move by the US in my opinion. Like amazing. So we're basically withholding crucial aid that you need. And we sort of also are going to tell you to not do what works. We're just gonna ask you not to. Okay, you just stop. Don't do what works. What works is bad. It is bad to do what works. You shouldn't. You shouldn't do it. Allegedly out of concern that strikes could raise global oil prices. Allegedly, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on April 2nd that Washington has neither supported nor enabled strikes by Ukraine outside of its territory. President Volodymyr Zelensky said that targeting Russian oil and weapons facilities is a legitimate military strategy and that Ukraine has a right to use its own weapons for self-defense, which, true, and of course, true. It's all true. It's true. All of it. It is true. And that's it. That's it when it comes to this topic. We have reached the final stretch of Russia struggling to repair its equipment because the only guys that were able to do it were of a US company. And that US company has decided to hit the road because of the sanctions. How unfortunate. How completely unfortunate. Yes, I'm so sad. I'm so saddened by these developments that you don't know. You just don't know how sad I am that this happened. Wow. How long has this short stream been so far? Two hours. We can do something more. I think we can do something more. I think it's okay for us to do more. And then I'm gonna have to leave. And then I'm gonna have to go and do things that are needed of me. What's the nice topic that I could? Russia pounded. Damn. That feels like an interesting one. I guess we'll go with this one. I guess we'll go with the fact, with this little sort of thing that, as you may know, again, we're gonna go back to the whole US is withholding aid. We're not getting any aid. Ukraine is not getting any aid. And from the US. And is actually experiencing critical shortage in ammunition, weapons, anti-air systems, which is sort of right now a big strategy of Russia. Russia attacks cities to overload the anti-air sort of capability while attacking elsewhere, while because the anti-air of Ukraine is so limited, Ukraine has to choose which targets, which sort of places to prioritize when it comes to anti-air. And of course, it will prioritize cities where people live, will civilians live. So it will choose to. And also, within that, also there needs to be additional prioritizing. So within that, Ukraine will also prioritize the bigger cities like Kharkiv or Kiev, etc. So there already has to be this hard decision making of where to place these systems and how to deploy them, which means that certain places just end up undefended, that certain things are become easy pickings for Russia. And that will continue being the case until Ukraine receives more anti-air systems to defend themselves with. Which brings us to the statement of our favorite minister, foreign minister, Dmytro Kuleba, Ukraine's allies not giving enough air defense, which it is certainly hard to disagree. Although some countries have made statements that they will sort of look for air defense systems for Ukraine. Germany has certainly made this sort of statement that they will now super look for anti-air systems to give to Ukraine, and some other NATO states have said as much. Western help insufficient given scale of attacks, Kuleba says. Ukraine seeks 5 to 7 Patriot systems to fend off Russian attacks. Minister argues Patriots for Ukraine help prevent wider war. Which, of course, like having efficient anti-air is certainly a part of a huge critical part of Ukraine's defense. That is simply undeniable. I just simply cannot deny that. Brussels, April 3rd. Ukraine's partners are not providing enough air defense to protect against Russian missile attacks, even though they have more than 100 Patriot systems in their own arsenals, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said on Wednesday, which baffles me. It baffles me that there's this growing and very worrying sentiment of we must now gear ourselves up and sort of hoard state-of-the-art equipment because we are sort of semi-preparing ourselves for Ukraine falling and for war. Like, I'm sorry, but all this talk of being in a pre-war period, all this talk of NATO needs to prepare for war in X amount of time, all this talk of we need to prepare for war, is the European Union prepared for war? Is this country prepared for war? Is that country prepared? It all smells at the end of the day of basically saying, oh yeah, we totally need to prepare ourselves for Ukraine to lose, which worries me quite a bit, quite frankly. Especially since this is, I don't know, it feels like some countries are just buying modern weaponry or just sitting on that weaponry. You know? And I feel like a lot of it should be, maybe it's my weird bias, maybe I'm just naive and I don't know how the world works, but I just feel like a lot of it could just be given to Ukraine, or should be even given to Ukraine, and it's not, which is a bit frustrating. Hey Lucy, I read a bit in FF14 with you. You did great on Samurai, if I remember correctly. Are you Ukrainian? I'm Polish. And yes, thank you. Thank you. How you do main Samurai in FF14? Yeah. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. So, in an interview with Reuters, Kuleba said he would raise the issue of Patriot missile defense systems in every one of a series of meetings with NATO counterparts over the next 2 days in Brussels. In recent weeks, Russia has unleashed an increased barrage of attacks on Ukrainian cities and energy infrastructure, underscoring Kyiv's urgent need for protection. See? The fact that Russians can just attack and just disable those energy grids, those sort of, the energy infrastructure, it just means that there's just not enough anti-air to go around. There's just not enough anti-air to deal with that. Because Ukraine has to decide at the end of the day which parts of Ukraine to prioritize when it comes to anti-air defense. Partners did provide us with their different air defense systems. We appreciate that, but it's just simply insufficient given the scale of the war, Kuleba said. He said Ukraine's partners had more than 100 Patriot systems at their disposal, but had so far not been willing to share even 5 to 7 more. The number that Kyiv says is the minimum needed to provide significant additional protection. Is it such a big problem? Is it not feasible to provide Ukraine with the minimum request? Kuleba asked. Which, fair enough at this point, right? Like, this is ridiculous. This is extremely ridiculous. Like, the only reason why there's any amount of struggling happening on Ukraine's side is because basically the allies are not being allies. There's not the... And there's a lot of talk we will sort of support till the end forever. We will super support. We are with you. We want to defeat evil Russia. Russia cannot win. And then we end up with this. We know that Ukraine is the only thing standing between us and Russia. We know. But by the way, we should be preparing for war. By the way, we should be preparing to be attacked within X years. By the way, we should be equipping ourselves because we are in a pre-world period. Like, come on. Russia fired over 3,000 guided aerial bombs, 600 drones, and 400 missiles at Ukraine in March alone, President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Wednesday. Kuleba said Russia's attacks in March involved 94 ballistic missiles, which are much faster than more commonly used cruise missiles and harder to shoot down. Come on, guys. I mean, this happens to us every day, Kuleba said, summarizing his message to Ukraine's allies. And the solution is there. It's just an issue of political will. So someone has to make the decision. And the question is, will someone make the decision? Because so far, thus far, the will just does not seem to be there. Which is why, as much as people praise Macron, as much as things are sort of picking up, I don't know. Until I see some visible, tangible action that is more than just going around Europe and having nice political meetings, I just gonna remain a bit skeptical. Like, talk is cheap, but so are empty political gestures, such as meetings and talks. What is needed is tangible action, giving weapons, giving the systems that Ukraine is saying that it needs. Because another problem, which is being reported by soldiers that choose to remain anonymous apparently, is that the West is giving the aid so slow that a lot of the weapon systems requested by Ukraine, by the time they get them, it's sort of, they are already not as efficient as they would have been if they were delivered immediately. Because, believe it or not, as incompetent as Russia is being presented as, Russia does counter those systems. Russia does sort of observe and does sort of, at least to some extent, adapt to these systems. So if the delivery of these systems is delayed and delayed and delayed, and finally they get to the front, suddenly it turns out that their usefulness is highly diminished. I've already read in a few sources that there were soldiers that basically said, we needed the F-16s in 2023. They were crucial for 2023. For 2024, they will not be as effective because Russia is already sort of setting up methods of countering them, you know? And that is also a problem. It is also apparently a big problem. Unaddressed thus far, I might add. Unaddressed. Kuleba said it was not clear to him why allies were so far not providing extra Patriots, especially as Kiev's partners did not face the missile threat that Ukraine faces every day. Exactly. Exactly. It is ridiculous. He argued that such support would help defeat Russia and prevent a larger war across Europe, which war Europe apparently is now preparing for, which again, frustrating. It is just frustrating, you know? It's annoying. When I say that Europe will be at war and missiles will be falling on Brussels and other European cities, I'm not exaggerating. All of this is going to happen if Ukraine doesn't win the war against Russia, he said. So the best way to save your patriots from intercepting missiles over your countries, as your soldiers from dying, is to send your patriots to Ukraine and give Ukrainian soldiers everything they need. I mean, that's, yeah. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said Moscow has no intent in invading other European countries. Sure. Russian President Vladimir Putin also said he had no interest in invading Ukraine to begin with, but so... Kuleb spoke as NATO foreign ministers met to discuss how to put military support to Ukraine on a longer-term footing. Asked about a proposal by NATO boss Jens Stoltenberg, which diplomats say includes a plan for a €100 billion fund for Ukraine over 5 years, Kuleba said he welcomed support, but it should represent new funds and not repurpose prior commitments. True. He said NATO had struggled to raise €500 million for a comprehensive assistance package to reform and equip Ukraine's armed forces, so stepping up to $20 billion a year would be a gargantuan effort. If this particular initiative is to become reality, we have to make sure that this will be a new $100 billion. And there we are. There we have it. There we have it. The situation is dire. The situation is not good at all. And all that because Ukraine is not given the things that it needs. So yeah, let me check the map. Um, hmm. Boom, boom. Before we finish this short stream, let's take a look at the map. See what the situation is. Kharkiv. No new change here. Apparently some things have changed here. Oh, damn. Here. 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 Oh, and here. Oh gosh, this looks pretty deep. Getting to that Chasivyar. Chasivyar. Getting closer. Here, Chasivyar. Feels like a pretty deep cut. Avdiivka. This also feels like a pretty deep cut. Huh. Dnipro. Pretty big river, by the way. Zaporizhia. Orihiv. How the US is dropping the ball on everything. Well, blame the GOP. Blame Daddy Trump. Kherson. Oh? And yeah, that's it. That's it. I guess that's it. I have given you a short but sweet stream. So, there you have it. There you have it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I guess good night. to everyone. The stream is over. It's been my pleasure showing you everything, talking about things. Dobranoc. And I hope to see you next time when the stream will be there. Hold on. Oh. Interesting. Huh. All right. Fine. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna be resting. I'm gonna be doing cleaning. It's my job to do nightly cleaning. Okay. Good night. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Let there be